Welcome back! Before we get into this replay, somebody asked me about the graphics settings that I'm using. Here you go, buddy. Here you go. Here you go. Alright, back to the replay. That was fast. This one was sent to me by Mr. Smith from GX, and is, if I still remember correctly, please tell me I'm wrong or not, I don't know. Mr. Smith, GX was a Balkan clan, so pozdrav brate if you're Balkan. Otherwise, meh, just hi there, thanks for the replay. And he is playing the Lynx 6x6 on Mannerheim line. Is it Mannerheim? It's Mannerheim line, yeah, I got the map name right, holy shit. I feel so AMD on the enemy team crash just now, okay. That's okay, whatever. I always get excited by getting the map names right. I mean, Jesus, playing this game for so many years and still not being able to remember the map names, which is crazy. You should know every map by if I tell you the name, but sometimes I just have trouble naming them. I don't know. And I've been watching a poll on the forums today from World of Tanks. Somebody was asking which map do you hate more, Fjords or Minsk? And I out of those two maps, I would go for Fjords. But the map that I hate the most, regardless of anything anyone will say or whatever, it's just my personal opinion, it's Abbey. I have Abbey banned on my main and on my free-to-play account, on both of them. Abbey is banned forever. I do not want to see that map ever again, and I certainly hope they won't somehow manage to stuff encounter in there, because I have encounter enabled, and I think you would get this. I don't know if bans still work. It doesn't matter. I don't want to see Abbey ever again. Abbey is horrible. It's just 3 corridors and that's it. You cannot go from the high position up there on the rocks, you know. You can only jump to the middle through that water, and you lose so much time and you can get shot so easily. Middle is horrible. It always was, even with the climbs when you could counter the enemy tanks. And the water side is also horrendous. I mean, you cannot go. You could go through the middle to the water side, but you can't do it anymore because they removed all those climbs and shit. And it's just, that map is such a corridor fiesta. I hate it so much. I also don't like Ensk, for example. I don't like Fjords. Paris is also horrible. Just another city map with just corridors and that's it. Oh, Ghost Town is also not very likable. And the list goes on and on. It's just, some maps are just plain horrible. Some maps you can't even outmaneuver an enemy tank. Let's say you're in a medium and you're trying to fight a heavy tank. It's so horrible. Wait, there's a Hellcat pinging help? Do you see that? Ally Hellcat overturned their vehicle. Oh jeez, man. Oh jeez, Rick, I don't know, man. But okay, let's get back to this game. Let's get back to Mr. Smith and his Lynx in this tier 6 to tier 8 gameplay on Mannerheim line. Standard random game, no bullshit. There's an LT, he spotted him. Now he's gonna do one cheeky blind shot. I hope he closed his eyes for this, because he killed him. So that's his first frag of the day, and I like how he played the light tank at the beginning. He went into this bush, that's what you want to do in light tanks, because you are the fastest tank. You want to go into forward positions and passive spot. If it's a map like this, you have bushes and you know you're going to spot them crossing. And if it's an open map, let's say a Bredshire, Pokrok or Malinok or something like that, you can be even more aggressive and just spot people and then go back. I don't mean you spot them and then continue to drive into the whole enemy team and die like a dumb retard, because you don't want that. You just want to spot them and quickly fuck off. You really want to conserve your HP. Now, Mr. Smith did lose almost 2/3 of his HP, which is not so good because you need them at the end. Light tanks are the fastest vehicles, and it's basically the only vehicle that, let's say in the late game, there's 2 artilleries left and 1 tank, and you have only 1 teammate. You could easily go for the artilleries if you know the enemy tank. The last guy isn't guarding them or whatever. I mean, it's just their speed can win so many games, and yeah. It's 9:12. This is the 6th minute. And these 2 guys, the KB1S and the Panther, they're really outnumbered and they're making a horrible mistake by going away. You see on the minimap there's a Black Prince, a 40 TP, and an IS coming right up there. They're gonna come in the cap circle right now. I don't know what the KB1S is thinking. He would have been so much better if he just went B8, B9 right here on this corner, and the Panther M10 would go on that corner. Maybe they could create a crossfire or something, because this side of the map, the 1, 2, 3, 4 line is nobody's there because the Panther was like a couple of seconds ago. Could have easily went back, nobody would kill the Panther, and they could have helped Mr. Smith. But oh well. Mr. Smith can consider himself lucky because these guys, the enemy tanks, these 3 heavy tanks, they just went in one by one. The first one was 40 TP, got shot in the face, died. The IS received 1 into the side of his turret. Now he's a 1-shot, easy peasy for Mr. Smith. Black Prince still didn't spot Mr. Smith. He's going to pay the ultimate prize. And that's it. 1 by 1 by 1. That's what you want. That's the best thing that could happen if you're the last guy. Which Mr. Smith is. He did play 1 versus 5. Now it's wait, it was 1 versus 5 when the Panther M10 died, I think. Or was it 1v6? It was 1 versus 6. Yeah, because there are still 3 tanks remaining and he just killed 3 guys. It doesn't matter, even if it was 1 versus 5. Imagine if he still had the KB1S over here in the plan. It would have been much easier. You're less concerned about losing. You still have, that fighting chance. We can do it. But hey, we can't win them all. But at least you should never give up. You should always try, like Mr. Smith is. He does have 354, which means he could take 1 shot from the Hellcat, 1 shot or maybe 2 from the Cheeto. And I don't know about the SU, which gun he's using. Let's say he's 1-shotable for the SU, so if he's lucky, he's going to meet the Hellcat and the Cheeto first and reserve the SU for the last time. Now, there's the SU on the left. Not great if the SU hits him. Only Cheeto managed to hit him with HE. Why are you shooting HE, Cheeto? The Hellcat missed, and Mr. Smith is going to cash in on that mistake, circle around the Hellcat, because the Hellcat, tank destroyers in general rotate very slowly. Now the SU did go forward, so Smith went over here. The SU is on his left somewhere. He's safe, but there's the Cheeto. Probably got spotted by him. No, he wasn't. Mr. Smith actually spotted the Cheeto. No, he knows exactly where both of them are. He needs to pick up this guy ASAP, which he did. He only got shot once, but still, it doesn't matter because he is a 1-shot SU. All he needs to do now is first spot the guy, so you know where he is, and then circle around him, flank him, whatever, because you are so much faster than the SU. He was somewhere over here, maybe he went to the base. He's going to spot him soon. No, there he is. He's still full HP. The SU, I think he wanted to go for him, stopped, aimed for a little bit, and then turn around for the enemy base. Now it's a 1v1. It's still a full HP SU. I still don't see what kind of gun he's using. He's using... I'm not familiar with this gun. This is the big HE gun, right? So basically, one shot from this gun will send Mr. Smith back to the garage. Now, did you notice how the SU went to the wall? And that was a very smart move from the SU, gotta admit. I have died so many times because I wasn't being careful enough in 1v1s versus a tank destroyer, and they just go up against the wall, which means that you cannot circle them around. You cannot circle around them anymore. And if they have a good repair crew, they're just gonna repair the track and aim towards you and just shoot you in the face. And usually they are heavier than you, so they can just push you out. If you're hugging them like in a sandwich or something, they're just gonna push you away and shoot you. So you gotta be careful. If they're close to a wall, you need to break away, disengage, move around, and figure something else. Just like Mr. Smith did. He went around, and a massive mistake from the SU by showing him where he is. But then again, the SU doesn't stand a chance here in the open. If this is with like a corridor map or something, he would have a better chance. But he is completely in the open versus a Lynx going 80 kilometers per hour. 80 kilometers. Now, even turning is difficult against a wheel tank like this, or even shooting the guy is pretty hard. So that's it. 2.5k, 6 frags with the Lynx, and all he needs to do now is kill this guy, and he is going to get one of those delicious medals, if he manages to kill the SU though. The Colobano's medal. You don't get the Colobano every day. The easiest ways to get it is through assault if you're defending and the attackers run out of time. That happened a lot of times for people. I saw it in so many replays. But he needs to deal with this SU. He still has 3 minutes, no rush. He is capping. He has him right where he wants him. That is the tracking shot, and that's it for the SU. He cannot turn. It's impossible for him to turn around versus such a fast tank. And he's just gonna finish him off. The last shell to the sides. And that's a GG from Mr. Smith. All enemy vehicles destroyed. Let's go check the post-game stats. You got a second mark of excellence, ace tanker, blah blah blah, and the Colobano. Awarded to a player who stands alone against 5 or more enemy tanks or self-propelled guns and wins. Such a cool medal to get. Congratulations to Mr. Smith for carrying his team. His shoulders are probably sore from this battle. And he really saved all these guys, especially the Panther M10 and the KV-1S. They did. That move was horrible, just going into the enemy when there were 6 of them still alive. So I don't know what they were thinking about. They're just lucky they had Mr. Smith in that game to get them a victory like that. He did get a little profit if he used, I think he used a premium account, 15,000. If he didn't have one, it's a minus 2.4 because he did use some premium stuff. And that's it. That's pretty much it. I'll see you soon, and a big shout out to the Patreons. Goodbye.